Hello.
Hello.
So, hey, y'all. I don't know how Molly normally gets this started. And I also don't know what episode it is. So she is going to love editing this. It's going to be great. But Molly and Libby are off playing and getting ready for FlipCon. So it is just me, Samantha, here chatting with Julie and Mike from One Way Vintage, correct? That's your store name?
Correct. Yes.
Awesome. So I have met you guys. I've thrifted with you guys. We've hung out. However,
Yes.
I don't really know anything about you. So this is going to be perfect.
Perfect.
So just tell me, about your store and how you guys got started.
Okay. Want me to start?
Sure.
We had a new thrift store come into our neighborhood several years back. It was a Savers, and this guy here started going there quite often. It was kind of annoying me, and he'd bring home like Star Wars memorabilia, and I'm like, what are we gonna do with this? And then he was like begging me to go with him. I hated thrift stores for like a decade. I thought it was dirty. I'm kind of a germaphobe. But then I went and I found this little Fenton bird. I had no idea what Fenton was at the time. And he's like listed on eBay. And I'm like, does that even still exist? I didn't even know eBay was still around. So anyway, I listed it on eBay and put it on auction because I didn't know any other thing at the time. And I remember being in another thrift store thinking, okay, that first experience was kind of fun. So I went to Salvation Army and I heard the like, cha-ching, cha-ching.
Yeah.
There was a bidding war for my little bird. And I think I sold it for over $50. And
Nice.
I was like, what?
Yeah, it was I was saying, maybe I could do this.
It's addicting.
Yeah. But fast forward a little while, because I was a full-time occupational therapist working in the schools, working with special ed. What you want to tell them what your job is?
I work for a power company in Los Angeles. I'm a representative between customers and engineers and stuff like that for the department.
He's either the good guy or the bad guy. Say your power is getting turned off because you did this wrong, or good job, power's on.
Right.
Good cop, bad cop. So
and where do you guys live right now?
Oh, yes, we live in Southern California, close to Huntington Beach. It's a city called Fountain Valley.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah. So it took a while for me to become full-time, but that's sort of the development of the story. I worked for 20 years, over 20 years as an occupational therapist, and just was getting burnt out, as a lot of therapists do. And I loved my job, but I was ready to just try something new, and fell in love with this idea. And here we are. So he's still working full-time, but I'm full-time reseller now.
Yeah, the
Awesome.
reason why I kind of was going to the thrift stores, I was recovering from a brain tumor I had.
That's right.
So
okay.
I couldn't go to work, but I was stir crazy like no other. So
the small thing called a brain tumor.
Called a brain
Right.
tumor.
By the way,
I sometimes block it out of my memory, but
I just don't remember.
He's good now.
Regardless of what you've accomplished, but this guy just shops a lot. I don't know. He
right.
Yeah. So you're full-time, Julie, and you do every aspect of the business, the listing, the shipping, everything. And then Mike still really likes to shop. I know that.
Yes.
Are you learning any other parts of the business, Mike? I know this was a great discussion in some thrift stores we were in.
Yes, it's a good question.
It is. I'm learning more, other than things that I just like.
True.
That because you kind of gravitate towards the things that you like, and then more or less other people go, but Julie's been a great teacher on, hey, that's a Fenton, that's a Murano, that's something, this thing is this, and I'm just kind of like, okay,
Right.
is this it? Is this it?
But it's interesting because just the other day we were in a thrift store. He found some cool stuff, but I said, don't even show it to me unless you've researched it like in the store, because it's like a lot of people don't realize how much work it is, the research behind the scenes, even if you find something cool. Like the sell-through rate can make or break you. So that's something we've been working.
Yeah, we've been working on.
And because that can burn out the full-time person as well. I know my husband, we were just in Goodwill yesterday. We don't go very often, but we were in there and I had my daughter who's 15 and then my husband. They all went in separate directions. I'm in the little corner in the back doing my thing, and they're both coming at me with carts. They each had a cart.
Yes.
And they brought things up, and then I have to sit in the back and go through all those things and run comps and do the whole thing. So I can definitely see where running your own comps and then just having like a double check would be super helpful, because it does like, we were in the store for like an hour. I only really got to look for about half an hour and then I was over it. I'm like, okay, great. We got cool stuff, but it took the fun out of it for me.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, in his defense, he works
for sure
probably 12-hour days.
Yep.
So I have the luxury of being able to enjoy this a lot more and have time to do the hard stuff too. So I just really enjoy his company. We kind of call him a character in my story. And he's become like a really great character for our YouTube channel. He's that guy Mike. I don't know if we said that. You wear your hat, that guy Mike. So like he just makes the videos more fun. And so even if he doesn't do all the research, like I love having him there. And it's something as a couple that's just become something that we just so much enjoy doing together. And that part of it is priceless.
I can attest to that. Thrifting with you guys when we were in Phoenix for a camp listing party was so fun. And it was same thing, like we would be sitting there talking, or I'd be thrifting myself or doing. I was taking a video at one point and Mike just comes across the screen and everybody's like, everybody I've showed that video to, they're like, did he have a red, white, and blue cowboy hat on? Like, what is that guy with? And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm pretty sure he had like a scarf or something to match it. Like you just never, and then I found you later, 10 minutes later, you didn't have that. I'm like, where did he?
Yes, he costumes all the time and has no shame.
I have no shame. I'm just the guy that has no shame.
I love it.
So I think in a recent video you were in a gold chain necklace with a sombrero on. Yes.
That's what it was. The sombrero. Yes. When we were at Deseret. I was just like, where did he even find that? Like that's and then you're just circling around everybody. We're all being serious, and you're just circling around in your sombrero.
That's right.
But also found cool finds at the same time. Mm-hmm.
What'd you say?
He also found cool finds at the same time.
Yeah.
So
he has a good eye, actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, you are very good at like finding things that I don't see. I see the glass and the trinkets. He kind of does the deeper dive into the clothing or electronics or even toys. I don't really go into those areas, so I don't enjoy them as much. So I'm glad that he likes that.
Yeah, that's me. I like a lot of things. That's what I can say.
Sorry.
Me too. I look at a little bit of everything.
Tagline.
I can see that. Hashtag like a lot of things. I like it. I feel that because I don't like you're talking about Fenton and glassware. I would never know I know some of the shapes and what to look for a little bit, but I just don't even look at glassware really. I listed a China set this morning and I'm pretty proud of myself. It was consignment and I was really frustrated that I even let that person drop off a China set.
You're like, why did I take that?
Yeah, but I take everything.
Pieces.
Right. so many pieces. And it's not
Yeah.
hard. I just don't like it. I don't love it. It's not interesting to me. And a lot of research. There's a lot of research for some of those pieces and patterns and things like that. So I'm more of the one over playing in the game aisle and the toys and like, oh, look at that cute plush over there.
Yes. Sometimes I wish I could just do like plush and jewelry and just have this great little organized life, and you just pack everything in a soft bag, and what life would be so easy.
So I assume you guys do sell everything then. Is there anything that you won't sell? I know when we were thrifting, there was even some furniture we were looking at, but of course you guys had to drive and I was getting on a plane. But I don't even sell furniture, but I was tempted by some of those chairs and things we were looking at.
I know. That would have been a first furniture purchase, but I didn't end up getting it. The largest thing that I have are some lamps. I think it was 2 or 3 videos ago. I found the most beautiful, what I think are Fenton. Speaking of Fenton glass lamps. They're huge. And I've been staring at them, wondering what to do with them now that I have them in my possession. So I think I'm going to try a local pickup, Facebook Marketplace type thing. And if that doesn't work, I may try a shipping service through, what was it called? There's a shipping service that will, like, I think it might have been through UPS that'll pack it up for you and everything.
Oh yes, yep. I've heard of that one. They don't offer it here. It is there is one through UPS, and then you can also do. Oh, I wish Libby was here. She does all the big stuff. But yeah, there's a couple up there. The U-Ship is another one where you can just put it out there. Yeah, U-Ship. You put it out there, and people bid on the job, and some of them will pack it and do the whole thing. Yeah.
So hopefully, local pickup. Hopefully, there's someone in our area that loves like a Hollywood glamour, mid-century modern lamp worth $500.
Right. That's the hard part is you have a smaller audience when you're trying to do local, and so you don't get the money for it that you would get on the bigger things. But you have to find that trade-off of, well, do I want to store it and pack it, or do I want to quick flip it and just get less out of it? So that's a struggle that I have weekly with different things. Yes. I picked up a new wave oven yesterday because I got excited about parting it out, and it was only like $5 or $10 or something. But it's still sitting in the box. I make a rule for myself that if I'm thrifting, I do it. I like list it as soon as I come home or the next day. I don't think that's happening with this one because it's still sitting in the box down there. And I'm like, why did I get that giant thing? I don't know what I'm doing.
We'll talking about how you're pretty disciplined to list things right away. It's something that I kind of binge watched your guys's Consignment Chats YouTube channel prior to going to Arizona, the conference we went to. And I learned so much just about being business minded. And if there's there's a lot of things I would do differently, but because I started out as a hobbyist, I would say we collected too much with these these goals of putting it on eBay, but it's so much fun to go out there and shop. But the organization part is now really affecting my business now. So I'm like, check back with me in about 3 months to see how I'm doing with that, because it's a new, very, very serious goal of ours. I'm going to be using a listing service to help get me through the piles, and I have good stuff, but adding on the YouTube channel was
a lot of work.
It's so much more work than I knew. And I want to keep that. You have to keep it going consistently. So that's just a struggle that I do check back with me in 3 months to see how I've worked it all out. But you guys have been a big inspiration to me for just staying disciplined. And you guys have good content. And I hope lots of people are tuning in, because it's gold. It's gold for the reseller and for the consignment. I guess consignment sellers are resellers too, but your advice is really, really good stuff.
Thank you.
I want to be you when I grow up.
You're so sweet. Yeah, it's we try to say that we're not for everybody, but every reseller should be consignment ready. And I think that's the hard part is we're branded, we're Consignment Chats. However, most of what we talk about is not consignment based. It can be fit to any type of business and reselling model. And there's lots of different kinds of reselling models. We just want to make sure that people are ready for any scenario. And along the way, all the things that we've learned, I learned about organization and business things because I started out not doing those things. And
Right.
how do I implement them and do things? And even still, we run our businesses similar in some ways and totally different in others. So it's just fun to chat about those things and hear how everybody does it. Because do you guys expire anything? I know I do 6 months and Libby does 60 days.
Wow. And then she either returns it to the customer, or you're saying her own stuff too. Her own stuff, does she turn back into the Goodwill?
So
or
consignment wise, neither of us return anything to our consigners.
Okay.
I will liquidate, I will donate or auction locally in my Facebook group or lot it up on Facebook and liquidate after 6 months, 12 months for some higher end or more nichey things. And then she does a 60-day consignment period. So after 60 days, it becomes, she goes through the whole thing, sales and, hits it hard for 60 days. And then after that, it becomes her inventory for Conchi Consignment. And then she'll keep it for 10 years or something. She's going to watch this and see my eye roll there. But
yeah.
So it's totally different. It seems like a really small consignment period, but then she's willing to keep it forever. Whereas me, I only have so much space. I'm not keeping stuff forever. We just talked about doubling my space and it's still not very much space. And my poor husband has to move all of his tools.
No.
I know. See, that's serious.
But that's a really good food for thought for how long do you sit on items. I know a lot of people that I've learned from do hold on, they call it the long tail items. They just hold on to it forever. So I've had the need to purge a little bit. I think it would feel really good. Especially the stuff that I bought early on. I didn't always buy Fenton early on. That was just a fluke that got me into it, really. But I find boxes of stuff that I thrifted early on and I'm like, what was I even thinking? So I'm seriously considering redonating and just getting rid of clutter because I made a lot of silly choices. I didn't quite understand it.
It's not so much that it's part of your learning curve.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing that you're investing into something to figure it out, kind of deal. It's the only way it can. You might not use it, might not sell it, but you learn from it.
Yeah.
So,
just like shipping or any other process too. I know I tried eBay several years ago, but I brought my stuff to the post office and that shipping was ridiculous. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to lose money. I'm never doing this again. I took everything I had. It was 5 items, but I took it off eBay and I was like, no. And I didn't try again for another couple years. Now looking back, I'm like, oh my God, I brought something to the pack and ship store. Why would I think that was going to be feasible? But at the time I didn't know anything else or any better.
You don't know.
Yeah. And some stuff, I heard a thing the other day about don't be married to your inventory. And that is what has really stuck with me. You don't have to be married to it. Yes, I have an expiration already, but then there's stuff that I thrift that I hang on to a little bit longer because I have money into it. And I think, oh, it's okay. It can take up that tote down there. And now I look at it and either it was a weird buy because I didn't know what I was doing, or the market's changed too. Something that was hot a couple years ago, even last year, might not be hot now. Maybe it's saturated. Maybe that fad.
That's the other problem. Yeah.
A certain movie didn't come out or did, or it's over, or
That's very true. I might have missed the boat on the Squishmallows. I might have missed the boat on there were
Starbucks coffee mug.
Yes, Starbucks is a big one that came and went.
I just clearanced out a Starbucks coffee mug last night, and I have it up for, it was like a mermaid one. It's so pretty. It's a 16-ounce hot and cold. Like I might just keep it for myself because I put it in my Facebook auction group for like $5 and nobody has bid on it. I'm like, wow, but it's so cool. But it's not really, there are still some that are hot, but it's not really a thing anymore.
Yeah. I was actually able to catch that wave, and I was doing really good with Starbucks right on the peak. And then, and then I heard someone warn that they're going down in value. So I stopped buying, but I did catch that wave for a little bit. That was fun.
And then my poor husband, he had just caught on that was a thing. So now he's like, he doesn't watch YouTube. He doesn't do consignment with me. He doesn't see all that. So he just goes off of what I tell him. So, and we very infrequently go to a thrift store. We only have a couple. They're terrible. I leave frustrated every time anyways. So we went to Goodwill yesterday, and he was like, oh, what about this cup? Or, oh, what about this sweat? And I'm like, that's not really a thing anymore. And he's like, I just learned that it was a thing.
We've totally been through that same thing. Yes.
No, Mike, put that back. No, that's what you did.
Yep.
Nope.
I wish everything was as easy as during the pandemic. We would go and he would just go right to the puzzle and games, and he would grab any puzzle that still had the plastic, and automatically I didn't care what the content was, how big it was, how small. If it still had plastic and it was a puzzle, we were buying it. And so that was like his mission every time.
How cute.
And now I'm like, I don't even look at the puzzles. I don't care.
Yeah. Oh man, we love puzzles. We loved puzzles even before we all got shut down. But if I find a sealed puzzle, I'm probably gonna, if it's a decent price, I'm probably still gonna buy it.
I have a stack now of unsealed ones that I want to do. And for the last 2 years, I've said during wintertime, because I'm way up north, and I was like, during the wintertime, I'm going to do the puzzles because I love puzzles. And then I'm going to take a picture of it completed, and then I'm going to list it.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, except a couple days ago, I was trying to reorganize part of my living room, and this giant stack of puzzles is hindering that.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it fell over.
Fell over.
Oh, that would.
Could you imagine?
Ooh, that gives me a heart attack. Yeah. No, I was like, I could go through here and weed a couple of these out, and I can't. I want to do all of them. So this is the winter. It's going to happen.
Yes. You know, it's so funny. I actually did that same thing. I was puzzling for I call it puzzling for research, making sure all the pieces were there before I listed it. And it was a pretty big one on our table here, but there's a monster in our house. You want to grab the monster? He has to go grab this monster. Monster in this house will not let me complete a puzzle. Just wait till you see this guy. And it's seriously, like, I tried for days to complete this puzzle, only to wake up in the morning and find it all over the place. And okay, here he is.
Oh, such a
this monster.
Oh my God, he's handsome.
Yes. He loves the puzzle pieces. Yes. So anyway, that's why puzzles don't get done anywhere. This is a 20-pound monster.
Oh, and his name's I had Blue. A big gray fluffy cat like you before. Oh, how old is he?
He's only like three.
Oh, you got a long time left. My big guy lived to be 18.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a nice long life. Yeah, he was a pandemic cat. we needed an animal. So yeah.
I get that.
He shows up at the end of all of our YouTube videos. So I actually wanted to have this thing where I said, stay tuned to the end of every video. We're seeing my cat do something really stupid, but he does a lot of cute things too. So I've been putting both things in there.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
And then you guys have a child as well, right? You have a daughter?
We have an experimental child, and no way we're ever doing this again.
No, that's such a lie. We have 2 kids.
We have 2 kids.
Oh, you have 2.
One experimental child, and 2 is we're never doing it again.
Oh, okay. The second one was
we're never doing this again.
Oh my gosh, no.
They say anything after 2 is super easy.
This guy would have 20 kids if I let him. He loves kids. He loves babies.
That's because he works 12-hour days.
Yeah. Yes, but yeah, that
Right.
ship has sailed, and we're so blessed. We have two beautiful daughters, 17 and almost 11. And the little one likes to thrift with us. The older one thinks it's
That must be why I thought you only had one, because I've seen the other one, the 11-year-old in videos. Okay.
Yeah. How about you? You said you have a 15 or a 14-year-old?
Yep, our youngest is 15. I also have 3 stepkids and 5 grandchildren.
Whoa, this is something new I didn't know about Samantha.
Yes. So my daughter is 15, and yeah, once they hit like that age where you're like, you can see the end in sight kind of thing, you're like, oh, they're getting more independent. They're doing more things. Like you don't want to look back. You don't.
Yeah.
I totally get that. But yeah, she does like to thrift, and she's good. Like yesterday, half of what I spent was on clothes for her.
Yeah.
But she also brought me things like, Mom, look at this hat, look at this, like stuff that I don't like looking at clothes. I don't like, but she'll go and she knows what people are wearing at school and what's like the in things on TikTok or whatever all that jazz is. So I love it when she thrifts with me, but she would never let me take a video of her or pictures or anything. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And you know, in my older daughter's defense, she actually will go to the thrift store with me. She just wants to buy practical things for herself. Like she likes looking at the clothes, but she's not into the reselling or the video part of it. But she does appreciate a good thrift haul for clothing. So that's good.
Ooh, I wish my daughter would do. You what, Mike?
This is for me. That's what she goes. This is for me. We're not selling this, right?
Yeah.
I think that's why I got a couple things. She'd come up and she'd be like, well, Mom, this is super cute and it's a good brand. And I really think that you could make some money on this. And I'd be like, oh, cool, May, that's great. And then next thing I know, there's 17 other things in the cart. And I'm like, oh, I think people would really like this too. And she's like, yeah, no, those are mine. So yeah, she baits me in with 1 or 2 reselling things. And then next thing you know, there's $40 of her things in there. But we can't really complain either though, because my kid's not begging me to go to the mall and make sure that we hit all the huge retail stores. We're not doing that. Right. So
that's true.
Right.
Yeah.
That's us too.
But both our daughter's schools have school uniforms. So it keeps us out of the mall a lot as well.
Nice. Yeah. I wish. Yeah. I wish every school did that. It would make things a lot easier. My daughter she does have to have Nike shoes, and she's very particular about her shoes, but she has jobs and I make her pay for those because I will definitely buy her shoes. I'm not denying her the basic necessities of life, but I'm not spending $150 on this pair of white shoes. They're not going to stay white.
Exactly. We discovered only like 6 months ago that we had a Skechers outlet by us. It's like right on the other side of the freeway where the town gets a little seedy, I would say. And so I never go that area. And then about 6 months ago, I'm driving by, like, what? I've been like paying full price for Skechers all these years. I never knew there was an outlet store. So that's where we go now for shoes. And it's
the sketchy.
Like they had a buy one, get one half off the other day for back to school sale.
Nice. Yeah.
We're lucky.
And our little one goes through shoes like once a month. Either basketball or just being out in the.
Yes.
Yeah, she's very active.
Yep. That's what got me started on Poshmark was the shoes. We needed basketball shoes, we needed volleyball shoes, and I'm like, I am not paying these prices for you to have something for 2 months and then you're not even going to fit them in 4 months. So that got me like buying on Poshmark and then in turn selling the same shoes on there because I could sell them for the same price as what we paid for them 3 months ago.
Yeah.
And she just started college classes. So I just bought my first thing on Mercari, which was a book for her. The school gave like 7 options and the cheapest one was a weird rent to whatever for like $100. I went on Mercari, like I Google searched. Mercari had one I got for like $30.
What? I never thought to look on Mercari for books.
I just searched because
Write that
I
down.
don't
I know.
I don't like to look on specific platforms for stuff because I think it's hilarious. I'll list something on eBay and then I'll mark it up 30% on Poshmark and then 20% on Mercari, or my prices are all over the place. And
Okay.
if anybody just Googled it, they would see the same exact picture on all the different for all different prices, but they'll pay for it on Poshmark, and I don't know. I think it's a little crazy.
People are like creatures of habit. Like they probably know they have an account hooked up with the payments, a form of payment, so it's just easy to click. Like I think that's why I avoided eBay even way back when, just because I didn't have an account. I didn't have, it was just easier to do other things that you're used to.
Yeah, I get that. And if you have credits for certain ones and certain things too. But I was pumped. I had a coupon for Mercari and the person took my offer. Was like, yes, this is great.
That's good, because books can be, books can be so expensive.
We're getting ready for college.
And I'm lucky she's going through the school, and so the high school pays for the college course. They just don't pay for the books, and we didn't know. I did not realize they didn't pay for the books. I'm like, I got a what? But it worked out good. We're very thrifty people. We got this. You guys got this.
That's right. It's a whole new way of thinking.
Very much so.
And then your daughter is going to be able to go to a school where people wear not uniforms, and she'll be able to come home and be like, Mom and Dad, this is what people wear. This is what's trending.
Yes. Yes. She probably would never say those words though, knowing her. She's my bookworm. She's very practical.
Yeah.
I like comfortable wear.
I don't know how I raised this kid that's so different from me, but I love it. She's awesome.
It's great watching them grow and become their own person. And sometimes you just sit there and go, how? But okay, this is good.
Yes.
I didn't do that.
Right. Yeah. That could go either way. Sometimes you're also looking and going, where did you get that from?
I didn't do that.
So we're gonna see you guys at the Boss Reseller Remix, right?
Yes, all three of us will be at Boss. We are speaking there, and we will be there for the whole week. I'm so excited to see you again.
I'm really proud of you guys. You guys did a great job speaking at What was it called? Camp Listing Party.
Yep.
Camp Listing Party by List Perfectly. Yes.
Yeah. I wish we all lived closer so we can hang out. It's too far away. What state are you in, Samantha?
I am in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan.
Yeah. Okay.
You have weather.
So we're only like 2,000 miles apart.
Only.
It's okay.
What's 2,000 miles between friends? It's hopefully twice a year we can see each other, because hopefully you'll come back to Boss, I'm hoping. And then sounds like Camp Listing Parties a go for next year again. Yeah,
they're definitely doing it next year. It's so exciting.
Yeah. I know. I twice a year, even once a year, if we could see you guys, I mean, that would be so much fun.
I had so much fun hanging out with you guys, even though it was a very long day of thrifting, and I was quite cranky towards the end, so I apologize. I also am not used to that heat, you guys.
110 degrees out. That was
and when I don't have like my own vehicle and I like hanging out with other people, but when I can't control when I'm done,
Yes, and your phone died at the end. Your
phone died,
and I'm like, all the research is out the window, and
I just kept going next to you, and I'm like, is this cool? Like, if you were to comp this, what would it be? I talk about burnout and spouses, and I did the same thing to you.
That's right, you did. Only one time.
Hey, this is mine. Here. Can you take a look at this, babe? Okay.
But we want to trade this for the world now, because we see it as our future retirement, to be able to when he retires from his real job, to be able to continue to have a source of income that is also a hobby and fun and something that we can kind of rely on to help with through the retirement process. So that's our very long-term goal. And I very much appreciate how hard he works in his real job so that I can do this, because it's not like you jump right in and you're making your regular salary. It's a slow crawl.
But even
I don't know how he puts up with me even doing this, because I traded a decent income to kind of pursue this, and it's a long game.
Yeah.
I feel this more than you will ever know. And so does my poor husband. Yes.
Yeah.
But for us, it's kind of something that we've, we're in two different worlds kind of deal, meaning like she likes this, I like that. And this is something that we kind of found that kind of works together for us. It's
true. We had nothing in common before. No.
Yeah. I don't want to do that. I don't want to.
By the way, we just celebrated 20-year anniversary.
Yeah.
Congratulations. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, well, if the 17-year-old is both of yours, you've been together for a while.
Yeah.
Like.
6 years before that, 6 years dating. Because I guess he wasn't sure if he wanted to marry me for a long time.
Well, there's some commitment issues too. Okay. Got that. Okay.
She was going to school. I was going to school.
Time.
Oh, you guys are so fun. So you've been supporting her for a very long time.
Uh-huh.
Wait, in what way do you mean, Samantha?
Love.
Okay.
Love. I support her in love.
We had to do a big flip. I mean, I went to school for a long time and did that. And then I climbed a ladder very quickly where I worked and had a huge career there. I mean, I was there for almost 15 years and was the sole breadwinner. And then I got burnt out and I essentially gave up. I just one night just said, nope, I can't do this anymore, and put my resignation in. And all of a sudden, my husband is the breadwinner again, which he doesn't make a ton of money. He's doing a fantastic job, but healthcare in most aspects does not make a lot of money. And he still is extremely supportive of, no, you're so much happier. You need to keep doing this.
Yeah.
You look how far you've come. Look at all the things you're accomplishing. And I'm like, right, but like, we're not going to get to take that trip this week because we can't. So, and he just, that's okay. We'll be able to take it next year. It'll be fine.
So you have a good one.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Mike, and other supportive men. It does help.
Yes, for sure.
Well,
and the happiness is what it's all about.
Happy wife, happy life.
Yes, that's my husband's mantra.
Yeah, and it's nice that I was able to find something else to do, because in my job that I did for 20 years, I just started to not like feel well, just physically, emotionally.
It was taking a toll. I mean, what she was doing was very, very something that you couldn't leave at work. It came home. And
it's
20 years is a long time, because the burnout rate is a lot less for that kind of working with children and that kind of role. Yeah.
So to be able to just feel better now, and just have a future that just, I mean, not that I regret anything I did or it was bad, because helping children,
amen.
Like, I wouldn't change that for anything, but like, it's time now that I feel better and need to just like mentally relax away from it for a while. So this has been just an amazing opportunity for me to start something new, and we see a lot of opportunities still ahead, and hopefully our YouTube channel is gonna pick up and become
which we will link below. Everybody go check them out. Subscribe, like all the videos, and check them out. I need to go binge them again. I did a few, but I need to go back and do it. I'll be that weird one that will go like all the way back, and I will spend weeks just watching like one YouTuber, and I will comment. You guys are gonna get so sick of me. I will comment on everything. And I comment as I'm watching. So I'm like, 10 minutes in, that was hilarious. And then another comment like, 15:03, you guys made a good point.
You know what? I can't tell you how much we appreciate the comments he was just looking through the
I was
comments
just looking
last
through
night.
them last night.
Yeah, because he hadn't looked before, and yeah, we so appreciate that. And we also had like 2 nasty ones in the last 2 weeks, and I'm like, hey, we are getting somewhere, because I heard once you start getting the nasty comments, you know you're out there. So
you're not a big deal until somebody wants to critique you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're like, why do you want to do that? Okay, all right. Did you enjoy the video?
Right.
Did you watch it all the way through? You know?
And this is when you chose to start looking at the comments, when you started getting bad ones.
Yeah, it was like, why?
Yeah, because I told him about one.
Why are you worried?
Yeah, but I've seen enough in watching other people. I know how to just let it roll off your back. So you have to be able to do that.
Yeah. And the good ones far outweigh it anyways, because it's so nice seeing those connections and the people that are interacting with you. And yeah, the more comments, the better. I just love them.
Yeah. So comment away, Samantha.
Okay. You're going to get sick of
We
it. It's going to be a thing. I'll throw a couple negative ones in there too, just to make you feel better about it.
Yeah,
mix it up.
Yeah, lady.
Yeah.
How do we comment back on this? Yeah.
Be honest. If you don't like something, let us know.
All right, so we are going to wrap it up, but we're gonna have to put you guys on the books for in 3 months. I want to hear about this reorganizing and the next steps that you're taking to maybe
I said
purge.
it out loud. Now I'm held accountable to this.
I'm the queen of accountability. I will hold you to that, and we will follow up. I love it.
I did. Okay, so what is it? August? So like November-ish, right after Boston.
Yes, right after Boss, in the middle of Q4, because why not hold somebody accountable for something in the middle of chaos and holidays?
In the middle of like holiday stress. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
His birthday.
But it will help you set some New Year's resolutions, and then we can follow up again with you at the beginning of the year.
I like it.
Okay. So do you guys have a drink nearby? Because we do a little cheers thing at the end of all of ours.
I got one.
Or a cat. You could cheers a cat. I don't know.
A vase. Oh, I almost just dropped this. A vase? Will that work?
Oh, there you go. We had someone do it once with a candle. He went off on a mission. This did not have to be this.
My water's right here. Yeah. Oh, he's doing weird stuff.
Oh, this is what he does. There's going to be a prop. There's going to be,
Oh my gosh. He's doing, okay. This might be a first for you guys.
I love it. Okay, guys. It was nice talking with you. Cheers.
Cheers. Chug it.
Oh, you guys are great.
Was it good?
Thanks for joining Libby and Molly, the ladies of Consignment Chats, as we build a resourceful community of collaborative resellers. Find all the ways to connect with us at consignmentchats.com. Episodes are available on YouTube and anywhere you get your podcasts. In addition, you can find us on Facebook in our Consignment Chats community. Until next time.